So today for lesson 85, we're talking about order of operations, which is not a new topic, but we're dealing with positive and negative numbers, and these are easily confused things. And we don't want to try to confuse. We want to make whole. We want you to understand how to do these. So we want to make sure that your order of operations are not confusing you too much. So order of operations with positive and negative numbers is what we're going to talk about. And basically what this involves for us, as I start to write down our first example, is, ooh, boy, that did not turn out, is we need to take care of each thing first with order of operations, and I should have started further over. I think if you put it in here. All right. We need to simplify each individual thing first. So the best thing that I can do is to split each section of this up so that I don't get myself confused. So if you remember with order of operations, we got to keep all kinds of things in mind. We have to keep in mind parentheses. We have to keep in mind exponents, which I don't have on this. We have to keep in mind multiplication and division. So knowing that those things, keeping in mind, and taking what we did last time on Friday when we were talking about terms, if I look at the problem I just wrote down the board, I can think of 3 terms I can split that into. I can think of 3 ways, or 1 way, but 3 sections I can divide this problem up into. And my 3 sections are here. So if you draw little slashes through, you can see where you could tackle each individual section up first before you attempt to solve it. So these are the 3 places I can divide this up, and they're separated by this negative number and this positive number sign. Okay, so I can separate them up that way. So if I take care of the first one, I have to do parentheses first. What is 2 minus 4? Negative 2 times negative 3. Negative times a negative is
it's 6.
Positive 6.
Yeah.
So I'm going to write positive 6 so I don't get myself confused. And then my next one in the middle is all multiplication. The whole thing is multiplication. So I have 3 negative numbers that I'm multiplying. So that means my answer is going to be negative. So I can know that. What is 4 times 2 times 3?
8 times 3.
So I get negative 24. And then my very last term, I have multiplication and division that I have to take care of. On the top, I have negative 3 times negative 4. It would be positive 12, which is? It would be positive 6. So I'm going to write my signs down. Now that I got all 3 sections simplified, I can solve this. All right, if I add up just my positive numbers, I get 6 plus 6, which is?
12.
And 12 minus 24 is? Negative 12. So that is how you would simplify a complicated positive and negative type problem like the one that I wrote down. You want to make sure that you're very careful when you're solving these and dividing these up into the correct amount of places. So here's another example in another color. Negative 4 times negative 3 times negative 2, and then negative 6 times negative 4. Okay? I can split this problem up into how many pieces? 2. Very good, good call. Here's my 2 pieces. So the first half of the problem is 3 negative numbers, which makes a negative. And that is what, Hunter? You said it?
24.
Negative 24. And the second one is?
Just positive 24.
Is positive 24. So my answer is?
Wait, 0.
0.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty easy, right?
But is it positive or negative?
0 is not positive or negative.
No, it's cute.
I know you are. I know you're kidding. I hope you're kidding anyway. I would hope that you were kidding.
Yeah.
How many sections could I divide this one up into?
It's three. Three.
Three?
Three.
Three?
Yeah.
Divide it here and here. You don't have to draw these lines.
Oh, two.
I draw those lines to show that, so 2 lines makes 3 sections. So the first one, I don't have to do anything to. That's still going to be -3. Second one's going to be
Positive 9.
+9, good. And the last one is going to be
1. -1. Wouldn't it be -1? Negative 5 by 3 is. Oh, is that subtraction?
Wait,
what do you think? What'd you say, Hannah?
positive one?
+1.
Oh, what?
-3 divided by +3 is -1 times -1 makes +1.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, not really.
Not really?
No.
Well, take my word for it, it does.
Oh, for like, yeah, last lesson.
If I do -3 divided by 3, I get -1, and -1 times
Isn't there always like
-1
invisible
is +1.
one?
Yeah, invisible 1.
Oh, okay, got it.
Invisible 1 behind those signs. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so the answer is
-11.
9 plus 1 is 10, minus 3,
It's negative
-7.
positive 7.
Plus 7.
Because 9 plus 1 is 10, minus 3 is 7. Let's see here. Let's do a harder one. Let's see here. This one's a little bit tougher. And this one I have to divide up into 2 sections as well. Where would I divide them up?
You divide them up, you put the -2 and the -3, I think, together.
Nope.
No.
It's already.
Oh, yeah, it's just the brackets. You put it in the middle of
It's-
one
it's-
bracket and then negative.
Okay, it's right here.
Yeah.
It's the brackets that cause the division. I do everything in the brackets first, basically.
-4.
And this is multiplication this time. So keep that in mind as well. That it's an artificial division. It just means I got to take care of the brackets first. All right? And within my brackets, I have another division, which is right there. So what is -4 times -5?
20.
20 times -1.
Oh, times -1, that would be -20.
-20. Okay, -20 and -3 makes what?
Negative. Oh, wait, no. Positive 6.
-20 and -3, adding them up.
Oh,
They're negative. They're both negative, so all you're doing is adding them, so the signs won't change.
oh, negative 23.
-23 times -2. -3 times -2. -23 times -2. So double.
Positive 46.
Positive 46. So to do what I did was I split these in 3 places. I had to take care of the brackets first, and within the brackets I multiplied, then I added, and then since the bracket was done at that point, I could multiply by -2 to get 46. Let's go to an easy one then. Easy one. -3 plus 4 minus 5 minus 2. No divisions on this one. Just work from the front to the back.
Is there any, make them into, parts?
You don't have to break this into parts, but what I would do is I would rearrange the order. I would add up all my negatives first, and then take care of that positive number.
-6.
Good, -6. If you said -6, you got it right. All I did there is use the commutative and associative properties to rearrange my order. Okay? All I did. I took all of my negatives together first so that I just make it easier for myself. It's the only reason why. So any questions on these? If you do, you're welcome to ask. If you don't, that's okay. Anyone? No? All right. Nice work then.